PGA Tour is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. And choosing the 8-iron here. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looking really good, this one. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
He's in a share of 10th position. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout. Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Getting ready to play their third. This would be a great up and down. How close was that to going down? This putt for par here. Yeah, you'll take that. Currently 1 under for the event. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
"15 feet to the cup."
Trying to save par here.
Oh, I love a player with big heart. You've showed plenty there.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green: the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Not bad. This putt is to move inside the all-important top 10. Like the look of this one. How did that miss? And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Okay, let's get those two important things back, timing and tempo. Sitting at -1, trying to crack into the top 10. Big putt for par coming up. That's impressive. Way to dig your way out of a hole.
It was off the tee with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Great touch.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
That's disappointing from one bunker to the next. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. And he needs this to save par.
Is tracking.
That's a lovely stroke. Had eyes for the whole way. Currently 1 under for the round. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Fair effort. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
That's heading into the rough, I think. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. They could hold it from here. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
They've got this putt to pull ahead of Justin Thomas. This group rivalry could get interesting.
Just didn't drop. Just a simple tap in for par on this one. So, Rich, 9 holes in the books. What do you make of the performance so far in this rivalry?
Luke, so far, so good against their rival, but let's face it, there's a lot of golf yet to be played. However, I'm thinking, as they say in the movie, are you not entertained? This one heading to the bunker.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Setting up in the first cut here. Now, this is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? So close to the par, but a bogey it will be. And with that, he's back to even overall.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Well, that should find the bunker. And here we are with the third shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Okay, phase 1 complete. Just got to make a good putt here. Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. And he'll be proud of that one. Good way to bounce back from the bogey at the last. And that will take him to 1 under. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Nicely done. This putt is about 17 feet long.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, just missed. And that should secure the par on this one. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole.
Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
This is on a stupendous line.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. He finds himself in a share of 11.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I might have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
Getting ready to play their third. 4 strokes off the lead. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Ouch, that hurts. And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
And if I'm to find a positive, at least they'll be able to cool down in the shade. Sitting at 1 under. And here we are with their 4th. 5 shots off the pace. Oh, that's frustrating. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. Yeah, that's holed, but they seem to be losing a bit of their momentum.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left, start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot If not, it could come up and bite you.
Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
Can you hear those tweets? This is what they have left for birdie here.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
That's disappointing. And this one is for his par. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That's not the outcome they were after.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
That was a gallant attempt. This putt coming up is for triple bogey. And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. Well, that's a shame. Off to a great start, but ultimately they blew it.
They did. It was, they had everything going in the front 9, and all of a sudden they make the turn. And where does it go? Right down the toilet.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.